Whether you call it energy, spirits, Satan, or the universe. In religion, we call it spirits. In science, we call it energy. In the streets, we call it vibes. All I'm saying is, trust it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Crenice. Today I'm coming to you with a motivational speaking segment, so stay tuned. What kind of student are you? What are your study skills? Have you developed a studying routine that will make you equipped and prepared to face a trial? And in the midst of your trial, will you be able to say, "Count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience." James 1:2. What are your study skills? Again, what type of student are you? Are you the student that practices good study habits and plan time out of your day to focus on the material prior to the test? Or are you the student that skims over the study guide 5 minutes before it's time to take the test? That type of studying is what people call crashing. It has been proven that our brains are constantly editing our memories from the moment they first form. Without forgetting, we would have no memory at all. If we remembered everything, we would be completely inefficient because our brains would be swamped. Forgetting serves as a filter. It filters out stuff the brain deems unimportant. So let's get back to crash studying. Trying to retain something flash before you for a short period of time can be challenging. It creates pressure and stress of forcing yourself to remember. Plus, your brain normal mechanism is designed to instantly erase. So I'm going to try to explain crash studying to you the best way that I know how. My teacher actually explained this to me when I was in high school. I'm going to give you an example. One time I stayed up all night studying for a test. And when I got to class the next day, my teacher said, "Look over your notes. I'm going to give you a moment to look over your notes before we begin." So I looked over my study guide and I came across a portion of the study guide that I must have missed because I didn't study that part. And I was like, this is new for me. What is this? So let me look over this real quick. So I looked over it, and when it was time to take the test, guess what happened? My mind went blank. My teacher even explained to me, when you crash study, your brain even can sometimes forget the things that you studied the night before. This is why crash studying is bad. You're basically undermining yourself and you're not doing yourself a favor. It's never good to crash study. Really take the time out to study and thoroughly overlook your information, so that your brain has a better chance of retaining that information. So student A, who took the time out to actually study thoroughly, is more likely to survive a trial. Versus student B, who crash studied, is more likely to fail and not learn from their experience from their trial. So again, what kind of student are you? What studying skills do you need to develop? The type of student you are in life can sometimes determine how you will handle a trial. Study your weaknesses and find ways to strengthen them. Study your mannerisms, your behavior, the way you respond to different situations, your perspective on life. It's important to stay locked in and alert. So I want you to evaluate yourself. Look deep within and ask yourself, is there room for growth? Now I got some questions, man. These are some tough questions, y'all. Bear with me because it's only a few. I found these questions online and it's called Questions to Call Yourself Out On. I want you to listen to these questions. Listen to these questions, bro. Is that really how it went, or just how you want to remember it? How are your insecurities affecting the way you're viewing the situation? What parts of yourself do you see in the person you're criticizing? Are you more concerned with being right or evolving as a person? What blame have you been placing on someone else that you can take some accountability for? What hard conversations have you been avoiding with yourself? What is your most toxic trait you can admit to? And is your ego getting in the way of your healing? I want you to let that resonate and really ask yourself these questions. If you want to evolve as a person and grow, these are the type of questions you have to ask yourself. So when you're trying to seek growth, the main thing you need to do is feed your spirit and your mental health. So ways you can do that, you can listen to motivational speaking. You can read scriptures. You can read quotes and prayer. Prayer for me is the number one thing. One thing I would want you guys to pray for is peace. Sometimes people forget how important it is and how crucial it is to have peace of mind. When you are at ultimate peace within yourself, you can feel grounded and secure. And when you're in the midst of a trial and there's turmoil around you, when you're grounded and at ultimate peace, you're better equipped to face that trial and to stay sane during that trial. The more stable you are, the more equipped and prepared you are for the trial. So even scripture tells you, study to show yourself approved. And once you build a defense mechanism and study, you will be more equipped to survive a trial. Study so much that your defense mechanism becomes even more natural and second nature. Example of defense mechanism, when you're in the water for an extended period of time, whether you're in the pool or the tub, your fingers begin to wrinkle up and your toes begin to wrinkle up. That's your body's natural way to adapt to its environment. It wrinkles so that you're able to have grip underwater. Now that's a mechanism. That's how you want to build yourself up to be. You want to have a mechanism to be prepared to hold your ground and to face trial. One way to enhance your defense mechanism is to spend more time studying. Again, evaluate yourself and pay attention to your response in situations. Because guess who's watching you and studying you? The enemy. Whether you call it energy, spirits, Satan, or the universe. In religion, we call it spirits. In science, we call it energy. In the streets, we call it vibes. All I'm saying is, trust it. The enemy studies you just like social media. There's a documentary on Netflix entitled The Social Dilemma, and I would highly recommend it. And basically, they explain how social media creates algorithms to study your behavior and see how you will most likely navigate and maneuver on your social media account. They create avatars of every person on social media has their own avatar that social media has created. And basically, it gathers information about you and it replicates you. So it's going to know how you're going to maneuver on social media, and it would know what to put in your timeline to draw you in. So some of the things that it calculates, some of the things that it gathers is how long you stay on a post when you click on it, things you seem most interested in, who you most communicate with, whose content you view the most, which ads do you like. Some people don't even know that social media is documenting all of this. So just like which ads do you like? You click on an ad that you're interested in, and what happens? 5 other ads pop up that's similar to their product. They bombard your page. This is all a game. It's all algorithms. And once it gathers your data, it will determine how you will react and respond to the things you see in your timeline. Now, everyone's timeline is different, but although our timelines are different, they all bombard you with ads. Their main objective is to convince you to spend money. The enemy's main objective is to get you to fold. So remember, study your mannerisms, study your behavior, study your perspective, study yourself so that you would know, train yourself, build yourself up so you would know how to face a trial. I want you to stay humble, stay safe, and stay woke. Catch me in my next one. Thank you for watching.